Blundell Park here on I Follow Hatters. Nathan, a 1-0 victory over Grimsby Town. That doesn't explain everything for the 90 minutes, but can you sum up for us your thoughts on that performance and the result?
It's a massive win. It's a huge win. I mean, really is in the context of everything and so on. It's an absolute massive win. You know, the way we've dug in and grafted after going down to 10 men. We said we'd get one opportunity and we're going to have to take that opportunity, and we did. And then they just showed, it showed a real grit and a desire to defend their box. And I said it's all about results these days. And I said it wasn't pretty in any way from us, but I'd have taken that all day long.
You mentioned the sending off there. Let's start with that, because you brought Jordan Cook into the side today, one of 3 changes, and within 33 minutes he's walking off down the field. Your thoughts on, first of all, bringing him in and then the 2 yellow cards?
Well, we brought him in because we've changed shape to have a little bit more impetus and a press and an energy. So that's why we changed shape. He's the most natural one we have in that position. So that's why we did it. And said, look, I know he's not everyone's favourite, and I've defended him and so on, and that's proved to come back and bite me.
I mean, 2 yellow cards, no complaints on either of those, really.
He was lucky not to go for the first one, if I'm honest. He was lucky not to go. So when you're lucky not to go, as a human being, then you think, I've got to be careful here, because that's an amber. That's not a yellow, that's an amber. I could have gone. And then to do what he did was not a good decision. I could put so many adjectives into it that are very strong ones of what I've said to him, but it's not a good decision. And I expect better from my players to do that. And bear in mind, and I know, as I said, what I imagine what's happening social media wise and so on and so forth, but I defend him because I know what a wonderful player he is, and he grafts and he wants to do well. But he's made 2 very, very silly decisions today, and they could have cost us. They haven't, but they've cost him.
They cost him, but as you said, talking of the performance though, against 10 men against 11 is always difficult. We've had to work so hard, but it has happened a few times this season, hasn't it? And Lincoln just a few weeks ago as well, they worked really hard in that game and got the result.
We earmarked in September that the lack of discipline was probably our biggest threat of not doing what we want to do this season, and that's proven to come back. We've had lacks of disciplines with Sheehan the other day, and then now again, and we've had some sending offs. And look, it's understandable. Sometimes you get 2 bookings, if they're little, especially in today's environment when you can get a book for anything. But we can't continue that because we can't keep relying on doing that. Now today was a great away performance, and I probably wouldn't have it any other way in terms of, because they don't have galvanising these ones, but it's just stupidity what's happened today and so on. But let's talk about the 10 that really dug in, and then the ones that came on with impact. Lawson Dath came on with the impact properly and everything he did, and they did do that. And as I said, let's talk about that, because it's a really proud day for me to dig in. Fans came out, they had something to get behind. We nicked a goal and then just defended. So they were unfortunate. There were a few things that didn't fall from in the box, but that's league football. When you just put it in the box, there's no real sort of creative. It's 50-50. Unfortunate enough, the 50-50 went for us today.
In the first half, we'd had a couple of chances before the sending off, hadn't we? The first one, I think Grimsby managed to clear off the line. The second one, it looked as though it was a Luton player that got in the way of Harry's shot.
I won't tell you who it was, but it was a wonderful effort, and as I said, he was going in, he's cleaning, keeper beaten, and hit one of our players and went over. But like, it's just one of those days. At this stage, last week wasn't pretty. It was better than was reported on, because I watched the game back and we were very controlled in our thing, which I want us to be. It's just we lacked a bit of cutting edge today. We obviously was going down so early. The mammoth effort from everyone, and to go for over 60 minutes with 10 men and to win the game is phenomenal. And they had a difficult shape, in terms of they knew they'd have possession, so we couldn't press them. So we made sure that we were solid and solved the game, and I thought we solved the game fantastically well.
And the second half, a great start to it. First of all, the free kick, Luke Berry, tremendous strike. All credit to the keeper who's tipped it onto the bar. But then James is in the right place to nod home, isn't he?
Yeah, I mean, it's a wonderful save from the keeper. He had no right to do that, because it's one of those perfect ones. He's gone over the wall at the trajectory and pace. You think that's in. As soon as I saw he's in, and then he's tipped it onto the bar, and then obviously it's not got enough on it, and Colo's there. Look, we said to Colo at half time, he's been poor today, Colo, really poor in terms of leading the line, but we said you get one chance, and that's why you're here. That's why we brought you here, and he got it and he scored. Won the game.
Another opportunity, Harry Cornick, who worked his socks off all afternoon. Great run down the right from him, put a low ball into the box, across the 6-yard box. It just needed a touch, didn't it?
Yeah, look, as I said, we had a few dangerous opportunities. We didn't. You can't say, look, we deserved to win that game. galvanised. We worked hard, we kept the ball when we had to, and then we had sporadic times when we can score a goal. We know we can score a goal, but it was just all about the defensive action, the rear guard, the people we brought on, impacted that. And to be fair, if Lawson hadn't slipped, we were clean in. Harry Connick's charged to keep her down, and a little bit more maybe if he'd forward thinking, he could have just put that in. So we've had a few opportunities, as much as them in terms of good opportunities. It's just it's a wonderful win. It's a wonderful win, and in the context of everything today, what's happened, and so on, and we'll take that, because others are nicking wins late on and stuff, and we've gone through over half the season where we've been dominant. But wonderful win.
And your changes in the second half, Lawson coming on, James Justin featuring, and then at the end there, because Harry was at the end, wasn't he really? And Elliot needed to come on to give you those legs up front.
Yeah, we did, and we needed Lawson's legs as well, because Shins had put in a good shift, and obviously out of possession's not his strength, he's more thing. So we did that, and we said that we should take everyone. Again, in the meeting we said we should take everyone. This week's a big effort, massive games this week, and this is starting because we haven't been good away from home lately. We've lost the last two, we've been poor. That's what we kind of changed, wanted that impetus. We didn't get that, but we were. It's all about, I can go on about bad decisions, I can go on about we defended well, I can go on about missed chances, I can go on about whatever it was. But today it was all about 3 points, absolutely massive 3 points for us that keeps us, extends our lead at the top, go leading into a big game on Tuesday. But just massive. To get to 60 points as quick as we have is big, real big statement, and we're delighted, and we're in a good position, and as I said, all we can do is keep trying to strengthen that position, and today was a massive win. It's one of those, I don't put too much emphasis on it, but it's one of those ones that could go either way, and when it's gone your way, it's a big thing.
Great victory this afternoon. Perhaps taken a little bit out of the players having to work so hard, and a quick turnaround for Tuesday night now, isn't it?
Yeah, but they've got to be used to doing that. We've had a little rest in the week. Some people are playing FA Cup games and so on. They're going to have to do it. So it's about everything. Wycombe have had a rest for Tuesday, but sometimes that can have an adverse effect. So I'm not going to say, well, they've had an advantage, because they haven't. But look, we'll dust ourselves off. We'll go again, and we're looking for a big performance.
Lovely. Thanks very much, Nathan. Cheers.
It's the second half. What are their players in the box? No challenge from Stacey. Do you like your mouth that one? Do you think it was going to be a penalty, or do you think it was the right decision?
No, I wasn't really, because he sort of, I think he got booked for it, and I think the referee got the right decision. I mean, look, there was two bad tackles in the game. I think Jordan Cook should have gone for his first one, and I also think Ben Davies should have gone for their one as well. I think Cookie's is slightly worse, but if the referee understands what's going on, when someone does that and goes out and they go through and take everything, if the other one doesn't pull out, it's a bad challenge, and I thought that was a bad challenge. So I thought there was two incidents in the game that warranted talking about, but I'm not going to dwell on anything. I'm not going to get myself into trouble. I'm not going to say this, that and the other. I'm just delighted with the win.
And second match, must be pleased that there wasn't that clear-cut chances. I mean, even with 10, you kept them to very little, didn't you?
I thought we had probably slightly better opportunities, and they had a counter-attack there where Johnny Mans has done well and delayed and sort of got a touch on it, and I think if Lawson just could have stayed on his feet, we had 3v1, and I think there wasn't many real clear-cut opportunities in the game. They obviously dominated possession second half, having the man, and especially by putting three at the back, so it means we couldn't press and get out and stuff. But I thought we defended start. I thought that you could see at the end how delighted they were with that, because they felt that was a big win.
James Justin obviously came off the bench. There's plenty of rumours this week about an offer from Brighton. Is there any info you can sort of update us on that at all?
Nothing we can update you on, but look, James Justin's a fantastic player. We'll have inquiries about James Justin weekly, so if I was going to report on every single one of them, that'd be, it'd be a story every week. The kid's our player until someone meets our valuation, but he won't be going anywhere in this transfer. We will have James Justin for the remainder of the season, whatever happens. As I say, he's a great kid. He's a very humble kid. He's get on with his game, and as long as he's keep moving forward, I think that's all we're worried about. But we've had plenty of inquiries. We've had inquiries about more than one of our players. But as we said, it's a resolve test in time. Then they come to the right club in Luton.
Brighton obviously come in from that if they submitted a bid at all.
That's between us and the thing. I wouldn't want to do. What I don't like is when people, and we've had it to us, and people talk about bids until something's accepted. Then there's no point us talking about, because what we're not trying to do is drive the price up. Other clubs will come out and say, well, we've had a bid for our player here, trying to drive the price up and trying to get someone else interested. We don't do that here. James Justin has had inquiries. We've had plenty of inquiries about James Justin. And if we did want to sell and choose to sell, then look, we have plenty of takers. At the minute, that isn't the case. He's a Luton Town player.
And when we talk about bids, obviously Lincoln have come out and said you made a bid for Alex Woodyard. Is that a player that you're interested in as well?
Look, he's a player that we like. We think he's a good player, but that deal is dead. That thing is dead. We inquired about him. They said he wasn't for sale, and so on. And whether the boy has a desire to come here, we don't know. But we've made a tentative inquiry, but that's dead, and we'll move on from that.
Disappointed that they've come out and mentioned the bid as you haven't done with other sides at all.
Look, we don't do that. What other clubs do, that's fine. What other clubs do. And I'm not 100% sure it was Lincoln that released that. So I won't badmouth Lincoln. Lincoln is a club. The manager is very respectful in what he does. So I'm not going to come out and say anything bad about Lincoln because I don't know it was them that released anything. So all I can say is that we have a strong squad. It'll take a real good player to come into our squad because we don't take bodies. What we do is someone can strengthen us, then that's what we do. But at the minute, there's no one we think that can strengthen us.